Hola! Alright, so welcome to our vlog about day 3 on the Camino.
Yes, we are a bit behind.
Yeah, this is actually day 5, so we're bulk recording these two, day 2 and day 3. We were going to turn around the other way, but I said it was kind of pointless, you'd figure it out anyway. So on day 2 we woke up
In the albergue, and we got going.
Early. We were probably some of the first people out
because it had been so hot. Like we were
the
determined.
Previous days we were keen to get as much done before this. Like it was turning out the forecast was poor, but we weren't taking any chances. So we walked from there, and there was two options. You could either walk along the coast, or you could walk up a higher walk,
which is meant to be beautiful.
Meant to be more beautiful. So we were heading on our way to walk that higher route, and this local guy chased us at like 50 odd meters to tell us like, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's really steep. Go the other way. Turn back now. So we heeded his advice. We walked along the coast, and it was actually really nice.
It was like a paved kind of
footpath alongside the road on the coast, but because it was so early, the road was pretty quiet, so it was pretty peaceful. So we made our way along that.
And we overtook some other pilgrims.
And we got to a place called Zumaya, and we had some breakfast there. We had this toast with this like honey marmalade
like a really
thing.
really thick piece of toast. We couldn't work out what it was, but it was like really, really sweet, but it had like a jammy texture as well. So
but anyway, this toast was so thick. Like I know they talk about like doorstep slices of bread. This was like thicker again. This was serious, you know.
Very thick.
So we had that, and then we wandered on from there, and then we were walking up out of the town, and I tripped Ruth up, which is great. Made her fall flat on her face because I stuck my walking stick in between her feet.
In front of two
other
who now are the music men, because they carry
they walk around with a speaker in one of their rucksacks playing music. And they start the music to time as they walk into villages, so it plays like the theme tune out of Space Odyssey.
Really
so
dramatic,
it's like super dramatic as they enter all these villages, which is pretty funny.
Anyway,
after Ruth dusted herself off, we stayed on going, and we made great time because it was actually quite overcast and pretty cool, so we were able to walk pretty fast. And we got to the town where we ended up staying called Deba pretty early, like just shortly after midday, which is pretty lucky because it had a huge albergue, and we didn't think there'd be any issue with getting beds. But later on in the evening, we started meeting people that were turned away because it was too full, so that was a pain for them. So we stayed there. That was probably the most social evening so far. We sat out with a load of people, had some beers.
Ended up meeting quite a few people, who we met on the way down into the town.
So we Ovar. So yeah, we met a load of people, and we were chatting with them and having some beers. Then we went to mass in the real old church in the town, and had this beautiful real old cloister.
It did.
So that was pretty good. And then we sat out again and had some more beers with Hovar and the other people. Hovar really stuck in Ruth's memory, a very memorable character in particular.
Like a lot of teachers actually, which is
so that's that we've found so far. Pretty much everyone who's doing the entire Camino from this far out is either a student or a teacher. Without too much exception so
far. Which
makes
it quite easy for you to make jokes, eh?
Yeah, so I just take the piss out of the teachers all the time. It's easy, especially if I know what their subjects are. Just making like...
Especially if you're speaking poor Spanish as well, and they're a Spanish teacher.
By telling them like that, it doesn't make that the gendering of words in Spanish is a bit unnecessary, and that...
para and por are the same thing.
Just mixing up my fours. They were all loving it. It's great material. So yeah, that was a great evening, most social so far. And then
and we didn't get to the beach.
We didn't. Oh yeah. So actually, the reason we stayed in Deba was because it was the last city on the last stop on the coast for a few days
before you went inland.
And I was like, we've only had one day at the beach. We won't even on the beach, so we have to stay. And then so we didn't go further than Deba, even though we were there so early, because it was that last beach opportunity. Needless to say, we did not go to the beach. But anyway, it was still a good stop to make.
It was very nice, yeah.
So we're having a great time so far, and we'll speak to you soon. All right, God bless.